Good afternoon. I'm going to give you a little but fairly impressive tour of my houseplant. And I only got 5. And what you're looking at is what is it? A 30 liter, 25 liters fish tank. And in it is a dusty epipremnum, and believe it or not, this thing is 25 years old. It's been repotted 1,000 times, and problem here is what you see are cuttings taken off the big plant, and there are 6 epipremnum cuttings in here, and it's been in here for about 4 years. Yeah, 4 or 5 years. And the problem is that the most dominant cutting is taking up all the food, so the little ones stay a bit behind. So that has to come out of the fish tank and be repotted separately. And I'll show you what I mean by a dominant epipremnum. Here we go. And it goes on and 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 on. And there's the growth tip. And you can see it's really healthy and really happy. But yay, that's more than 20 feet, or about 20 feet. The house is, what do we say, about 4 meters, and that's 12 feet. And, well, yeah, it's about 20 feet, maybe a little bit longer. And no, I'm not gonna lay it out on the floor. So, that's repot number 1. And you know my feelings about repotting. Me don't like it. And this is the next one. It doesn't even fit in frame. This is the old part, and again this is a 25-year-old plant, and this is a new growth of about, let's say, about a year. And I'm secretly hoping it will flower, because that's an awesome sight. And these have flowered both. One flower, a little pouch with white flowers in it. Not sure if they're fragrant, but yay. Pause. Now that one has to be seen from a distance to be appreciated. That's my Philodendron, and it's 4 years. And it's in a 100-liter baby tub. Yes. A bathtub of its own. And look here, the roots. They're as big as my pinky finger. And it needs to be repotted. It was yay big when I got it. And I cut it off a mother plant. And that stands in an indoor atrium in the nursing home my mother lived in, and that's huge, really, really huge. It crawls all over the place, and it had a small nubbin I could take off, and I had to use a saw. I put it in water culture, just a root, and this is what it has done in the last year. Let me There it is. It's a nuisance, really. It's incredibly pretty, but a nuisance. It doesn't fit anywhere. And that has to be repotted. Yes, that's a two-man job. So I have to find a victim. They get watered and fed with orchid runoff, stuff that that's left behind. And yeah, to be honest, I only give them once a month, water and feed. Because if I give them more, they grow more. And that's not what we want. There's another problem. It also started out as a very, very tiny side shoot, you could call it a keiki, of a specimen that was 4 meters high. And I stole that, yeah. They call this the 100-year plant, because most of them flower after a ridiculously long time, somewhere between 40 and 80 years. And once it does that, it dies. And yeah, I would like to see this flower, absolutely. It's an agave americana, variegated. And it's really, really big, really fleshy. And it has curly leaves that crawl over the ground. And these are, well, as you see, nearly 2 feet long. Well, maybe a little more. And that gets a very, very tiny splash of water once every, well, 2-3 months. If I give it more, it starts to sag. If I give it feed, it starts to sag. So it's getting a very poor treatment, and it seems to like it. It's a bit of a masochistic plant. Oh, wait up. Here's my other problem plant. Yeah, there's a bit too much lighting. Let me close the shades. It's time to close them anyway. Wait a minute. Well, it's a little better, but this stands in a 50-liter pot. It's plastic. And again, this one gets the poor treatment. Once a month, water with a little feed, some CalMag, well, basically orchid water, and it's incredibly big. Leaves are, this is a young leaf, new one forming. This is one of the biggest leaves. This is my hand. And I've only seen this in flower once. In someone's living room, and that was years and years and years ago. But, oh, this is also a cutting. And believe it or not, oh, this little thingy is the mother of these 2 shoots. And as you can see, this is big. The stakes are really bending under the weight. And every now and again, I have to detach it from the wall. Let me see. No, I did this just last week. Oh, and these can be easily cut off. It doesn't need them. Yeah, just to attach yourself to the tree, because this is an epiphyte. Oh, wait. You can see. This is my finger. It's twice the size of my finger. It's absolutely ridiculous, but incredibly beautiful. And again, here behind this one is another leaf. Let me see. Hey, welcome to the jungle. There it is, a new leaf. And they just had water 2 days ago, and they react immediately. Absolutely, yeah, like I said, it's a nuisance. And I tried to give it away now, but nobody wants it. I've been everywhere. The school in front of my house is too big. The church, too big, and that's a big church. It made, yeah, it's a pyramid. It doesn't look that big, but it's really big. They have an incredibly big hall, entrance hall. And I went to the old folks home. Well, they don't have a plant program, so no one to care for it. This is a cutting from that one. Yeah, a cutting from a cutting. And that's also romping away. It's a bit spindly, but new leaf is just opening. And again, this is incredibly big, nice and shiny. I love these, but they don't call them Monstera for nothing. Yay, do I have anything else? No, that's about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houseplants. Sorry, 6. And yeah, they basically all need a repot. Especially that one. And the only reason for a repot is to give it a little more room. And yeah, that's a bit of a problem, because if I give it more room, it will grow exponentially. Mark my words. Same with this one. And here, look at the leaves. This is a new leaf, and it's big. Here's a new one coming, or it's opening, and it's constantly, here's the leaf spike. It's constantly making new leaves, about once a month. That's really fast. So that's why they are on a strict watering regime. Yay. Repot, I really dread this one. That's absolutely a two-man job. Okay, houseplant update. Orchids isn't much yet, although I have a lot of new growth, new shoots, maybe some nubbins, but that's for another time. Later.